Please subscribe. Keep us alive.
Citizens protesting the construction of a condominium swimming pool in Rincon, Puerto Rico, that they say intrudes upon the maritime zone, plan to file a complaint with the police superintendent over excessive use of force against demonstrators, a protest leader said Sunday. The announcement of the complaint came after Governor Pedro Pierluisi called on protesters to refrain from acts of violence. There has been violence on the part of the state, spokeswoman Mariana Nogales Molinielli said. The police have used excessive force. She said the police also have directed insults at the protesters, including a homophobic slur directed at a gay couple.
The current construction is encroaching upon an endangered sea turtle nest. It is estimated that there are hundreds of people protesting against the project. A tense moment occurred when police pulled the hair of a woman protester. Some jewels valued at $30,000 were stolen yesterday, Sunday, from a jewelry store on Fortaleza Street, in Old San Juan, the police reported this morning. According to the complaint, clients, who were presumed to be foreigners, were presented with earrings and a bracelet that later disappeared. The store manager found out when he did the inventory at closing time. The case was referred to the San Juan Criminal Investigation Corps for investigation.
A 16-year-old minor died this morning after hitting a car against a palm tree on Las Cumbres Avenue, in front of the El Mesón fast food restaurant in Guaynabo, police reported. The assistant director of the Traffic Bureau, Elvis Zeno, indicated that the young man was identified as Jeshua Yesmiel Diaz Marks, who was a resident of the municipality. The preliminary investigation shows that the minor allegedly used the Chevrolet vehicle without parental permission. A 32-year-old man was shot to death in Loiza, Puerto Rico last night. Police have not released his identity. So far this year, 327 murders have been reported in Puerto Rico. A man was also murdered this morning in the El Goma Business District on Highway 4477, in Isabela, Puerto Rico, police reported. It is the sixth violent death to occur over the weekend. 4 shooting deaths were reported in San Juan.
A man suffered several injuries last night in the middle of an armed robbery of a vehicle at his own residence in Isabela, police reported. The incident occurred around 9 p.m. Armed robbers invaded the victim's home perimeter, stealing his vehicle.
The Criminal Investigation Corps of San Juan preliminarily investigation cites drug trafficking as the motive behind the murder of 3 men on Friday afternoon in the country club suburb in Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico. The 3 bodies were found shot, inside a vehicle. The bus with bullet holes was located at the back of the bleachers of the Old Country Club Velodrome, an arena for track cycling. The director of the division, Captain Luis Diaz, indicated that they seized a semi-automatic pistol and a bag with 2 pounds of marijuana inside the vehicle that had the bodies of 3 men inside.
Puerto Rico woke up this Monday with 148 new confirmed positive cases and 121 probable positive cases due to COVID-19, the Department of Health reported. To date, Puerto Rico has seen 178,000 cases, 2,568 deaths. Given the escalation in cases due to the Delta variant, the U.S. seeks to boost vaccinations. The expectation of the Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases of the United States was that, when 50% of the population was immunized against COVID-19, it would be possible to appreciate how massive inoculation stops the rate of infections. The Scientific Coalition of Puerto Rico recommended heightened anti-infection measures late last week in light of the new rebound of the coronavirus observed due to more contagious variants, such as the Delta variant. The coalition urges mandatory vaccination, return to masking.
The Puerto Rico Department of Health announced Thursday that it will be issuing an administrative order to establish a new COVID-19 protocol that requires students over 12 years of age to inoculate against the coronavirus disease to go back to in-person instruction at schools and institutions of higher education. Puerto Rico Health Secretary, Mayada Lopez, also announced that face masks will be mandatory within school premises to protect students from future infections. Yesterday, the Puerto Rico Department of Health reported 1 death, 124 confirmed cases, 119 probable cases, 106 hospitalized from the COVID-19 virus.
Clashes between residents and Puerto Rico police officers reached a new high on Thursday as some 20 motorized unit agents arrived at a demonstration taking place at Almendros Beach in Rincon, where islanders continued demanding that Natural and Environmental Resources Secretary Rafael Machargo Maldonado enforce a cease and desist order filed last week. "The beaches belong to the people, the beaches belong to the people," chanted protesters early in the morning as police agents began surrounding the site under dispute since late May, as some allege that construction work on a swimming pool violates the Federal Endangered Species Act and invades a sea turtle nesting area.
After the deaths in recent days of 2 manatees at Punta Santiago and Humacao, the Department of Natural and Environmental Resources has installed buoys in the area to protect the marine mammals. After reporting the unfortunate incidents with several manatees on our shores, we took immediate action for the Department of Natural and Environmental Resources to place buoys to protect this important marine species, said Humacao Mayor Reynaldo Ray Vargas. The buoys will serve to make people aware of which areas they should not use for water activities, be they involving boats or jet skis.
The Court of Appeals denied the motion for certiorari filed by the defense of J. O'Neill González Mercado, who sought to reverse the decision of the Court of Bayamon to not dismiss the charges against the murder of Rosimar Rodríguez Gómez. On September 17, Rosimar Rodríguez Gómez, 20, was kidnapped from in front of a relative's residence in Tobaja. After several days of searching, on September 27, the young woman's body was found in grassland in the El Caracol sector of Dorado. González Mercado, 20, was arrested on 5 charges, 1 charge statutory murder, a charge of kidnapping, and 1 charge false allegation related to a crime, carrying or use of firearms without a license, and a charge shooting a firearm under the Weapons Act of 2020. Bail was set at $2.14 million.
A man is shot and killed in Isabela. It is the 6th violent death to occur this weekend. That brings the total murders to 326 in Puerto Rico for 2021. There were 4 murders reported on Friday in San Juan. The most recent victim was a man shot in Barrio Obrero. No further details have been reported at this time. A man was murdered and another was injured in Manatees, Puerto Rico. The shooting was reported at 1:54 a.m. One of those shot was taken to hospital with a neck wound.
The drowned body of a person was found on the beach of Isla Verde this weekend. Police did not identify the body, but indicated that the person was about 51 years old.
The Select Committee to investigate the January 6 insurrection is holding its first hearing today after partisan fights over who could even sit on the panel. The lawmakers will hear from 4 law enforcement officers about what they experienced at the U.S. Capitol that day, when a pro-Trump mob disrupted Congress certification of the 2020 election results. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the officers were each a hero, and each will bring powerful testimony about the truth of the day.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the final victim of the condo building collapse in Florida has been identified, authorities said Monday, more than a month after the middle-of-the-night catastrophe that ultimately claimed 98 lives. Estelle Hedaya, an outgoing 54-year-old with a love of travel, was the last victim identified, ending what her relatives described as a torturous 4-week wait.
The United States has overtaken China and claimed the #1 spot on the Olympic gold medal scoreboard after strong performances from swimming and shooting teams on Monday. Skeet shooters Amber English and Vincent Hancock both won gold medals Monday. Team USA also won gold in the men's swimming 4x100 m freestyle relay. The Olympic scoreboard is: gold medals USA 9 total medals 22 China 9 total 21 Japan 9 total 17 Russia 5 total 16.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Help us survive.